Hey everyone, it's Devin Burke, your coach and guide to a deep, peaceful night's rest. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 common sleep mistakes that you're probably making if you have trouble sleeping and how to overcome them. Let's talk about the first mistake you're probably making. If you have trouble sleeping, you are probably spending actually too much time in bed, not asleep. Now that might sound kind of like common sense, but what we're talking about is actually called sleep efficiency. And if you have issues with sleep, oftentimes we think, okay, well, I didn't really get that much sleep last night, so I'm gonna get in bed tonight really early. I'm gonna spend more time in bed, and that's gonna help me, get more sleep, which is gonna help solve my sleep problem. And that's actually quite the opposite of what you wanna do. What you wanna do is actually consolidate the amount of time you spend in bed. And that time that you spend in bed, you wanna make sure that you are asleep. So the more time you spend in bed not asleep, the more you anchor the mind and body to your bed equals not sleeping. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you have issues with your sleep, which you do because you're watching this video, do not spend hours and hours and hours in your bed trying to catch up on sleep. Or if you have a bad night of sleep, do not the next day spend hours and hours more in bed trying to go to bed early to catch up on that sleep. That is a huge mistake, okay? So what we're talking about here is called sleep efficiency. And that's the time that you're in bed actually asleep. So we want to increase your sleep efficiency. How we do that is we consolidate the amount of time that you spend in bed. So the second mistake most likely you're making is you are on your electronics at night. Now I'm sure you've heard this, but probably you're not really consistent with this advice, at least if you're like most of my clients or most people out there, because it's challenging. You want to be on your phone scrolling through social media, you're watching Netflix, you are on your computer doing research or work. Here's the deal, guys. Blue light absolutely affects your quality of sleep. I've done tests with the Oura Ring. It affects my quality of sleep. I know it's hard, but you have to have that hour, at least an hour, between when you want to be asleep and limiting your screen time, because it absolutely affects the myopsin cells, which produce melatonin, which then messes with your sleep. So draw a line in the sand, no more electronics an hour before bed if you're someone who has trouble sleeping. The third thing that you want to really avoid is caffeine. Talk about this a lot, but again, common sense isn't common practice. If you're someone who consumes a lot of caffeine throughout the day, and then you're having issues with sleep and you can't seem to figure it out, it's probably that you're drinking too much caffeine. Now, 1 cup of coffee earlier on in the day isn't going to make that big of a difference, although the half-life of caffeine is 8 hours. So that means it's in your system for 16. So you want to make sure that you have that cup of coffee before 12 p.m. and you do not want to consume caffeine in sugar or chocolate or any other forms of caffeine. And there's a lot of caffeine in all kinds of products today. You just want to make sure you cut back on that. And the second thing you want to cut back on is sugar. And sugar is in everything and absolutely affects our quality of sleep. So cut back on caffeine, cut back on sugar. It will make a difference in your sleep. The fourth mistake is you are not a master of your stress. Now, most cases, insomnia or people that have issues getting or staying asleep, it's because of the psychological element. They're not able to release tension and stress from the day. So to become a master of your stress, you need to, number 1, be aware of what's causing you stress. Number 2, you have to have a technique or training to release that stress. And then number 3, you have to consistently practice, because this is something that you can't get away from stress. So you have to learn to master your stress, not just manage it, you gotta learn to master it. And in this training video, I'm not going to go in depth how to do that, but meditation, breathing exercises, exercise, mental reframing, your negative sleep thoughts or your negative thoughts in general, all of these things are ways of helping you become a master of your stress. Really important. If you're not sleeping well, it's most likely because you have some sort of anxiety and stress in your life that you're not able to release or not able to handle well enough. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, the fifth mistake that you're probably making if you're having trouble sleeping is your sleep environment is not a sleep sanctuary. Now, what does that mean? It means having a clean environment. your room is clean and organized, your bed sheets are clean, you have a great mattress, great pillows, it's dark, it's cold, 68 degrees, really makes a difference. Our environments affect us more than we realize. So if your environment, your sleep environment, if your room's dirty, if there's a lot of light that comes in, if it's noisy, you wanna make sure that you get, number one, a sleep mask. And this kind of looks like a bra, but it's actually an eye bra, not really, but it's a sleep mask. So you wanna make sure you get a sleep mask, you wanna make sure you get earplugs, you wanna make sure you get clean sheets, a good mattress, and you wanna make sure that your bedroom is clean. This absolutely makes a huge difference. So guys, those are really important, and you also wanna make sure the temperature is 68 degrees. Now, sleep science shows that 68 degrees is the ideal temperature to drop into a peaceful, deep night's sleep. Now, you can use something like the Chili Pad, which is a device that you can sleep on to bring your body temperature down, but just try experimenting with lowering the temperature in your bedroom and see how that makes a difference on your sleep. And bonus tip here, you can't manage what you don't measure. I use in my programs the Oura Ring. It's an amazing device that actually can help you track your sleep efficiency, helps you track your body temperature, helps you track if you're getting deep sleep, how much REM sleep, all of these things. So you wanna make sure you're tracking your sleep. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Take care. Hey, thanks for joining me in this video. I wanna invite you to my upcoming sleep masterclass to help you fall asleep faster, rest deeper, and wake up refreshed. If you're interested in that, click the link below, register, and I look forward to seeing you on the next class.